Hi and welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to be looking at what will your next relationship be like. So there are three groups to choose from. Group 1 is this Pistachio Calcite, along with this group of cards. Group 2 is the African Jade, along with this group of cards. And group 3 is the Serpentine, along with this group of cards. So if you want to take a moment to center, focus on your breathing, and feel whichever group, maybe multiple groups, or perhaps all of the groups that you are most drawn to. I'll give you a minute to make your selection and then we'll get right into it. And there are timestamps for each group in the description box of the video if you'd like to jump ahead. Hi, Group 1. Chose the Pistachio Calcite. So let's take a look at the cards that you selected along with the crystal for what is your next relationship going to be like. We've got Mother Earth, Follow Your Own Rhythm, Broken Heart, Ten of Wands, Page of Wands, Ace of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Swords, and Five of Swords. So it looks like this next relationship is going to come in for you after having really healed, done some ascension after a substantial heartbreak, a major breakup in your life. This could be a divorce or some kind of long-term relationship that crumbled. Maybe been someone you were with for a while and the breakup was very sudden. A lot of devastation occurred because of that. It may have taken you some time to heal, to really, repair yourself, to really open yourself up to the idea of love again. You could have been going through some anxiety of maybe not feeling that you were going to meet somebody, or this fear that, you were doomed in love, doomed to keep repeating the same cycles with different partners, or, that there was not going to be anyone maybe interested in you because of some things that you'd gone through in your past. Perhaps you're a little bit older in terms of years, and so there was this kind of fear about, are you destined to just be alone forever? Kind of vacillating back and forth between giving up in love and remaining optimistic. And this person definitely comes in and restores some hope to you. They spark and ignite the fire within you that love is possible. This person really signals the end of an era for you in terms of previous partners that you may have had, types of partners, or experiences in love. This is a complete paradigm shift. And it feels like a lot of this can be owed to the healing work that you have done on yourself based on some major heartbreak, some major loss or defeat in love. And that kind of compelled you to go within into this sort of energy of a dark night of the soul, and really work on your self-love, on your empowerment, taking your power back from situations, from heartbreak, and really working on yourself. And so I feel that further down the line, the further you get into this new relationship, this is actually going to cause you to have some gratitude for the experiences of the past heartbreaks and disappointments, because were it not for those experiences, you never would have gone within to really nurture yourself, to really rebuild yourself into a more authentic and empowered, a wiser version of self than you were operating, the level you were operating at previously. So this relationship is also one, I feel that you're going to be encouraged to really cultivate yourself. This is going to be somebody who's really going to celebrate your victories, celebrate your authenticity. They're going to recognize what you have to contribute, not just to the relationship, but they're also going to recognize the way that you contribute to the happiness and the well-being of others around you. This is going to be somebody that really respects and admires your unique point of view, encourages you to be yourself, to continue to grow and discover more about yourself, cultivate more about yourself. This is going to be a relationship where you're really going to feel safe to be yourself, safe to express yourself, safe to grow within the parameters of the relationship. And it feels very much vice versa. So two individuals, solid individuals, very comfortable in their own skin, very self-aware, coming together to build something romantically, while at the same time, encouraging and supporting one another to, retain their own identities, to continue to foster things that are very specific to each person. So, individual interests or goals or passions, that there's going to be a lot of space to breathe in this relationship, a lot of space to grow and develop. This person is going to, challenge you to not play small with your life, to really, follow your goals, pursue those passions, and step into a better version of self. As time goes on, they're really going to encourage you to continue to transform. This is going to be somebody who's really going to respect the maturation of ideas that you experience through this continued kind of journey into self-discovery, standing in your authenticity, following your soul path. And this is going to be somebody also that, as time continues on, they're really going to admire the way that you age and you develop. This is going to be somebody that there's a lot of consistent attraction here. The attraction grows over time as the path of life continues for the both of you. This is going to be somebody who's going to still feel very attracted to you throughout the different stages of your life, and that feels very much vice versa. This is also going to be somebody, I feel, who really introduces you to some new ideas, has some really good feedback to give you as far as things that you're exploring on your own, or maybe just perspectives or interests that you hadn't previously had before. They're really going to open your eyes to maybe some new things that you're excited about. This can also be somebody who really introduces you to different experiences with travel, different experiences with culture. This could be somebody who themselves is very cultured, very well traveled, and so they kind of bring you into that world, into that activity of theirs, really bringing you beyond your comfort zone emotionally, also in terms of what you've experienced previously in love, but then also in terms of the physical environment in which you're in. This could be somebody that travels a lot for work, but they're able to bring you on those trips with them. Sometimes or often, maybe you have a situation where you work remotely, so it works very well for you to accompany them on their voyages, on their travels, while still being able to attend to your responsibilities, but being able to do that from any location virtually. This is going to be somebody who also really helps to restore your hope and love. That as much as you've done this work on yourself, you've really, mended your broken heart as much as possible. You've opened yourself up to the idea of love again. The experience with this person, this devotion, this encouragement, this acceptance that you experience with them. It helps to really redeem some misconceptions that you had about love. It helps to rewrite that narrative that you have about love. You're a lot more optimistic with this person. Almost like the tenderness that they give you, it starts to outweigh the bitterness you might have experienced in the past. And again, there was this energy of at some point looking back on those heartbreaks, those disappointments in love with a sense of gratitude for those things having occurred, because it thrust you into this journey of self-discovery and put you in alignment to meet this person, for this person to come into your life and really take you beyond your previous expectations or experiences of what was possible in love previously. So in terms of signs, with the wands, we have fire energy, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. The wheel of fortune is mutable energy for me as a reader. So that's Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, and Sagittarius. And with the swords, we have air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So definitely this relationship also speaks to a lot of passion with all this wands energy we have here, a lot of attraction, a lot of chemistry between you and this person. With the swords energy that we have as well, that can really signal a deep intellectual compatibility with this person, a lot of exchange of ideas. You really learn a lot from this person. They really learn a lot from you. This can be somebody that you also kind of turn to for advice. You get this feedback, almost like reassurance, or you seek their critical opinion about things also. This person most likely has a way of kind of delivering feedback to where it doesn't feel offensive or judgmental, but it's something where the way in which they're communicating it, you can really tell that they're coming from a place of wanting to help, wanting to contribute something, wanting to see you succeed, and having some suggestions of how that might be accomplished. Also with this Mother Earth card, I feel that this is going to be a very grounded connection. Although there's a lot of passion here, there are a lot of tangible things that you two build together that lead to stability in the material world. It's definitely not something that just dwells kind of in this realm of fantasy and the potential of what could be, but what is actually demonstrated and experienced within the relationship bonds you both together, and it's a lot to keep you together as time goes on. This can also indicate that this is somebody who is a very grounded person in general, a very practical person, somebody who really tends to their creature comforts, to their finances, has a lot of stability in the material world, and again, really encourages you in terms of anything with your finances or your career that you are that you're trying to build. And with follow your own rhythm, there could be a musical connection here. That could be significant. You guys could dance together, go dancing. That could be an activity. They could be a musician, or this is really something also where, you flow really well with each other. You mesh really well with each other. Your work ethic is very compatible. Your interests, your goals are very compatible. Your communication styles, as well as your love language, is very compatible. And I feel that this is also somebody who has gone through their own kind of substantial heartbreak in their life, which over time most people do, but something very significant which caused an entire paradigm shift. Again, some kind of maybe a divorce, maybe you two are both divorced. So it necessitated the rebuilding, the total collapse and defeat of one way of being, and having to kind of start from the ground up to reestablish one's identity as an individual, maybe reestablish oneself in terms of finances or living situations. So you'll be very compatible in that sense, have a lot of understanding about each other and what you've been through in that sense, and are really able to, with that knowledge of heartbreak, I feel that this person's going to really make the effort to make sure that they don't make you feel that way again, because they know what that kind of disappointment, that loss feels like. They're very aware of your struggle, what you've been through, and so they are extremely mindful of, really kind of self-reflecting to make sure that your needs are being met, their needs are being met, that you're both actively working to maintain this relationship, to talk through any kind of disagreements, difficulties, and really address problems that come up immediately without letting these things kind of simmer below the surface and kind of fester. That this is someone who's going to be very proactive in the building of the relationship and any repair work that's necessary as you go through the course of the relationship with each other. So I'm going to get some little zodiac tiles. These can be additional zodiac signs or even times of the year that can be significant to this connection. Okay, so we have Aries, and that is March 21st through April 21st. We have Capricorn, which is December 21st through January 21st. Sagittarius, which is November 21st to December 21st. And Gemini, which is May 21st until June 21st. So now I'm going to get some of these attributes, and these can be physical characteristics. There's some zodiac signs, letters. These can be personality traits, things they do for work, just a little bit of everything in here. Group 1. All right, so we have astrology. So something about your charts could be very compatible, very similar. You could be the same sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, or just have a lot of alignments. This can really feel like a situation as well that the stars have really aligned to bring you two together. Again, that energy of at some point looking back on the struggles and difficulties of the past in love and coming to an understanding that those heartbreaks were necessary in order to put you both in a place to where you're able to intersect and really meet each other at a very healthy and healed level. This person could also be into astrology. And we have August, so that could be a time of year, or this could be significant to the zodiac signs of Leo and Virgo. And we have Dark Night of the Soul. So that was coming up with this broken heart that you both, I feel, would have gone through some kind of dark night of the soul, some kind of awakening, really having hit rock bottom and having to really rebuild yourself from there. That this relationship also reinstills your hope in love again. And, you know, it feels like a second chance in love and a new opportunity to be happy after a period of, you know, with this Nine of Swords, almost this despair, this anxiety that you'd missed your chance in love, that it was too late. Maybe you were just, you know, destined to be alone forever. And this person, and I feel that you represent this for each other. You're almost like that star of hope, that light coming out of the darkness, that, you know, there is an opportunity. There is love available for both of you. And we have July, so another significant month, or this can pertain to the zodiac signs of Cancer and Leo. And we have the letter N. Straight hair, brown hair, children. So there could be a blending of families, or you could have children, this person could have children. You could meet this person somehow through your children. Maybe this is a parent of one of your children's friends, or you meet them at a children's birthday party, at a field trip. This could even be somebody that you end up having children with. And we have actor. So this person could do maybe some local theater. They could be a television actor, a movie actor. They could work in the film industry in a variety of capacities, kind of behind the scenes, or more kind of in the center stage energy. There could be a connection with movies. You could spend a lot of time watching movies together, discussing films. We've got serendipity. So that sense of almost like the stars aligning when you meet this person. They could come into your life very suddenly and at a point where you've almost given up hope. You're kind of at a loss here. You're just kind of carrying this burden of heartbreak, having healed yourself, but really not having a whole lot of hope in love maybe coming into your life, or that's almost a feeling of even having missed out, or something having gone wrong, maybe having made the wrong choice in love previously, and that kind of closed some doors of opportunity to you, or just other things in your life that might have gone on. Maybe this was something in relation to that children card that came out, a previous relationship you were in where you two chose not to have children, or you were with someone who couldn't have children, and then you almost felt that window of opportunity had closed, that this was something you wanted, but maybe you compromised out of love for this other person, or just to kind of fit that expectation. And when that relationship, broke up, went sour, then you're left with this feeling of still having that desire, but almost like this unfulfilled desire, feeling that there wouldn't be time to really meet someone to make that possible. And so this person could really, it's kind of like the perfect alignment of things that gives you that opportunity, gives you, you meet the person who's going to be the parent of your child, in whatever way that applies. And we also have short hair, firefighter. So that could be what they do for a profession, or maybe you meet them at some kind of a situation where there are firefighters there, some kind of a community event. Again, maybe some kind of like a field trip, like a children's field trip to a fire station. And we have Kundalini awakening. So a lot of passion in this relationship. It could definitely, be next level in terms of the physical chemistry and just the connection between the both of you compared to what you'd experienced in love previously. And we have articulate. So that was coming through with this this swords energy and the communication, and really somebody who expresses their feelings and is willing and excited to kind of talk through things, share ideas, and really do the work to kind of smooth out any miscommunication or fights or difficulties that you have. And we have bankers, so this could be something they do for a profession, or that was coming up with that Mother Earth energy of somebody who, might be really good with their finances, somebody who has good kind of money management skills. And we have automobile, so something maybe significant about their vehicle. You guys could go on drives, maybe drives out into the country or just more rural areas. That could be something you do as like a weekend activity, or there was that energy of this person traveling a lot for work, and so and you perhaps accompanying them, or just this aspect of travel in general. So a lot of that could take place within an automobile, road trips to different places. Or this person could be into cars, they could work on cars, they could be very handy in that sense, they could be a mechanic. And we have older. This person could also sell cars, an auto salesman, or restore old vehicles, something like that. And we have smile. So something about this person's smile, I feel it's a smile that just lights up their whole face, lights up the whole room. And it also really indicates that they bring a lot of joy and restoration into your life out of maybe a period of kind of some darkness and despair, that they give you a reason to smile again. And also in terms of that serendipity, that I feel as you're kind of looking back on the past and the circumstances which occurred in order to put you both into alignment, it's almost going to make you chuckle when you think back on some of the disasters in love, and how that might have just seemed like the end of the world for you, the end of the line, that was it. And then here along comes this person who, is more than you could have expected, more than you had experienced with all your previous relationships combined. And so it almost makes you smile as, just this kind of, this knowing that there is a larger plan for things, that through heartbreak and through disappointment, that joy can be experienced. There is the light at the end of the tunnel. And so it really, it almost makes you kind of appreciate what you had to go through, the work that you've done on yourself, a feeling of accomplishment and pride as well for having really done the work to overcome some difficulties of the past, redirect your focus to abundance and empowerment, and that really having paid off in dividends in terms of aligning you with a person who had gone through some similar experiences, who was of a similar vibration, and just able to meet you at a romantic level that far surpassed anything you had experienced previously. And we have the letter O. And we've got Scorpio. So this could be a significant zodiac sign or a time of year. And Scorpio season is October 21st through November 21st. And we have twin flames. So this could be a confirmation for you of coming into union with your twin flame in the 3D, or, even with that Kundalini awakening card, this could really indicate a twin flame that comes into your situation, comes into your life. Maybe someone that you knew from the past. This could even be someone that was associated with one of these heartbreaks, and your lives just kind of diverged. You both have done the work on yourself, and almost like magic, you kind of realign. It's now the right time. You're both the right people for this to work. This can also really indicate that this heartbreak and this devastation could have been in conjunction with the twin flame. And as you've really done that work to kind of pick yourself up, rebuild yourself, change your expectations, sort of surrender to divine timing, surrender the idea of 3D union, this can indicate a soulmate that then is in alignment with you, a deeply satisfying romance, a deeply satisfying friendship and partnership here in the 3D that occurs once you have been able to release that expectation of, the twin flame changing, or the twin flame doing that work on themselves, or, this need to really have that 3D relationship with that twin flame. And once you've come to the point of releasing that, letting that go, kind of wishing that person well and love from afar, but redirecting to, focus on self-love and the things that bring you happiness and joy, that all of that work, it puts you in vibrational alignment for this really beautiful love story to unfold for you with another person. And we have farm. So this person could be a farmer. They could own some property. With that automobile, there was this energy of maybe taking drives out to the country. This could be something that the both of you end up doing. You end up buying some property, kind of living in a rural lifestyle. This could be somebody who is an organic farmer, who, grows their own vegetables, has an orchard, somebody who, is into kind of herbal remedies, essential oils, things like that. A vegetarian even, or a vegan, that can all, to me, kind of fit in with that. And we have September, so that could be a significant time of year, or this relates to the zodiac signs of Virgo and Libra. And we have hazel eyes. The letter C. And air signs, so Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So I'm going to get some initials, and this can be first, middle, or last name of you or this person, or it can spell something out. So we've got X, R, Z, N, A, E, U, and J. So those are your messages, group 1. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer them through my Etsy shop, and there's a link in the description box of the video for that. I also sell handmade jewelry and some divination tools in my Etsy shop if you're interested in checking those out as well. So I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, group two, excuse me. You picked the African Jade. Okay, so let's take a look at these cards that you chose along with the crystal to see what is your next relationship going to be like. And we have listening, power of attraction, caring connections, Ace of Swords, Six of Swords, Knight of Wands, the High Priestess, Eight of Swords, and Four of Cups. So I feel that this person really comes in and sort of breaks through some barriers or walls that you have to love. You might be somebody who is kind of the mindset of you're not looking for love, you're done with love, you're over love. And, you know, this could be somebody who is a coworker or a friend who warms you up to the idea of loving again. This could be somebody that comes into your life very suddenly, very unexpectedly, and the spark of the connection really, again, cuts through any sort of disappointment from love in the past, or a feeling of really being blocked off or closed off to even exploring the idea of love. This can be somebody that is a very spiritual person, somebody who, you know, is kind of focuses on more than just mundane reality. This could be somebody who has a meditative practice or some psychic skills. There could be some telepathy that's going on between you and this person. If you yourself are a spiritual person, you could be connecting with them in terms of very similar ideas, maybe something with a meditative practice that you have in common with this person. There could be something to do with the law of attraction here, that as you've been setting these intentions and really working toward, you know, manifesting abundance for yourself, this person comes in as kind of an unexpected form of abundance that you haven't been focusing on love, you haven't been looking for love, but the universe is delivering you abundance in the form of love, in the form of this person, something about this partnership that is really going to help move you beyond any sort of energy of being really closed off to receiving love, which can then kind of have a ripple effect on your ability to, you know, receive abundance in general, to be open in all ways for whatever gifts the universe has intended for you, can really help you to, you know, be open to the things that you want as far as, and then also unexpected things that will be very joyous. This is definitely a connection. This feels like somebody who's going to be very protective of you as well, very protective of the connection, with the Ace of Swords and the Archangel Michael here on this card. Somebody that, you know, is not going to really be talking about the intimate details of the connection with a lot of other people. They're not going to be really gossiping about that. They're going to be somebody that keeps your secrets, keeps your confidence, you know, tries to just keep a lot of what's happening in the relationship between the both of you, without feeling this need to really go out there and, you know, display this or kind of show this off to others. I feel that the affection that they are going to display, it's going to be very appropriate, and it's not going to, I mean, there's an aspect of being very proud to be with you, but also being mindful of this need to, you know, kind of keep some things between the both of you, not announce everything to the world about the happiness you two are experiencing or the things that you're doing, but just kind of in measured doses, sort of sharing that, maybe posting things on social media, but not this urge to really put it all out there for everyone to see and view and hear about. So a lot of intimacy between the both of you. I'm feeling also that, again, this aspect of telepathy. So almost like this empathic connection between the both of you, where you're able to really finish each other's sentences. You're able to really anticipate and feel into each other's moods and respond to that. It's going to be something, I feel also that there's a past life connection here. So if this is something that an idea, past lives, reincarnation is something you both are open to, then it's, you can really bond in that sense and explore that. There's going to be a lot of things, a lot of visions and dreams about past lives that when you discuss these things, or even dreams in your actual present reality, when you go to sleep at night, dreams that you have that are very similar to this person. You're meeting a lot in the astral realm, in the astral plane, and are perhaps even aware of the idea of kind of parallel lives, parallel worlds, multiple timelines, timeline jumping, all of these concepts that if you're both not aware of it, it's something that your individual quest to understand kind of the more spiritual side of reality brings you both onto those paths, and it's something you can really connect about, really discuss and really share these similarities, and it's something that'll really bond you both together. This understanding that there's almost a divine aspect to this connection. This definitely feels like soulmate energy. This could even be twin flame energy, but it feels very harmonious. If this is twin flame energy, then this is a period that's after any kind of separation, or this doesn't really feel like an energy of runner-chaser. This feels very much like union energy. It feels kind of devoid of those aspects of triggering one another to kind of go off and do the shadow work and focusing on self-love. This feels like two people who are very self-aware, very focused on self-love. Have come to, really know who they are and what they want. And when this love comes in, the vibrational level of this connection between the both of you, it's something which it is immediately determined to be very precious, very significant. It wouldn't have been what you're looking for. You weren't, looking for love again, open to love even, just kind of, we're done with love. But then this person comes in and just kind of melts all those walls. And it's a feeling that this is the one you've been waiting for. This is the one that you'd been searching for. This is the person that, there's something very significant about this, something very significant about why you've come into each other's lives at this time. This can also be somebody who, is very affectionate with the Knight of Wands and then this caring connection. This is somebody who, part of their love language is closeness, is intimacy, is touch. So it's going to be somebody who likes to hold hands, likes to give hugs, likes to, just be in physical proximity to you. Somebody who's going to be very wanting to physically display their affection. This can also be somebody who, gift giving is part of that love language, just this very tactile and tangible expression of love. And this also feels like somebody who really feels into the energy beyond the words that are spoken. There's somebody who is hearing what you're saying beyond what you're saying. So this is somebody who I feel just even based on their own abilities as an empath, they may resonate as an empath, but somebody who's very much aware of energy, and somebody who perhaps based on their previous experiences in love or in life has really learned to trust energy versus words and actions. First and foremost, trust what they're feeling, trust their gut, trust those inclinations. So if something's wrong and you're saying everything's fine, this person's really going to be able to perceive that it's not fine, and we'll come up with then remedies, with solutions. We'll feel into energetically what it is you need. Maybe you need a hug, maybe you need some space, maybe you need a compliment, or maybe you need some kind of reassurance, or maybe you need some kind of motivation to change your perspective on things. Maybe you need that a distraction from that, something lighthearted to kind of bring you out of some energy. This is really going to be somebody that helps to transcend your ideas, again, about love in terms of warming you up to the idea of love after maybe a period of being closed off. But this definitely feels like a more intense connection than you would have experienced previously. A lot of telepathy here, a lot of signs and synchronicities that can be occurring as well. But it feels that you both are going to be open to exploring these things together. This is not going to be somebody who's going to run from this. They're going to, in fact, run towards this because they're going to recognize just how unique and special this is. That, you know, this is exceptional in terms of love they had experienced previously, and they've done some work on themselves to where I feel this person has healed a lot of emotional issues within themselves, any kind of issues with love in the past, any kind of heartbreaks of love in the past. They've really transcended beyond that. And so they're able to meet you from this higher perspective. This is not somebody who runs from love, but runs to love. And so this could have been the love that you were looking for the whole time, that you weren't able to find in others. And so it closed you off to the idea of love, to focus on other things, focus on your own personal development, growth, abundance, empowerment, self-love. And so this person kind of comes in right at that right time at a vibrational alignment and, you know, very much alignment with your spiritual ideas, your spirituality, and just your goals and ideas about love and life in general. So in terms of signs with the swords energy, we have air, which is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. The wands is fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. The high priestess is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And with cups, we have more water energy, so Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. So I'm also feeling with all of this swords energy here, this is going to be somebody, in addition with that card to listening, there are really going to be some very enriching discussions between the both of you. You're going to really be able to dive into some deep topics about your past, your history. This is someone, again, that could be a confidant, someone that will really, you know, keep your secrets, will kind of, you know, honor and respect that, the vulnerability of you opening up about maybe some difficulties or even some hopes and dreams that you have for yourself. This is going to be someone who's very open-minded and accepting. They're not going to ridicule you or judge you based on what you've been through in the past or what you want for yourself going forward. This is going to be someone very open-minded who listens with an open heart, really takes in what you're saying, heeds, you know, the information that they're getting, really takes that to heart, processes that, and is able to then anticipate your needs based on things that you've shared with them or what they're picking up energetically. This can also be somebody who's very intelligent, very conversational, very articulate. You could have long discussions with this person. Could be a lot of texting and emailing back and forth that really is, you know, maybe just even in some kind of a forum, some kind of an online forum that you meet this person, perhaps related to spirituality, something like that, where you're not looking for love and this romance just comes all of a sudden. You know, it's somebody you're talking to about a particular interest or spirituality, something like that. And kind of this friendship develops out of it. And then all of a sudden these feelings blossom from a place that, you know, you weren't in that avenue looking for love. You're just exploring something that you're interested in instead. So a lot of discussion back and forth. And really also this feels like a relationship where you're able to talk things through. This person really helps you to kind of unravel some difficulties within yourself, to really problem solve and work through puzzles in your own life that you're experiencing. And I feel that that's vice versa, that, you know, this person really respects your opinion, values your opinion, comes to you to talk through things, is very expressive about what they're feeling, what they're thinking, really understands the importance of honesty, of clear communication, and, you know, being very direct instead of kind of holding things beneath the surface and, you know, just not addressing problems until they become very overwhelming. I feel that maybe in the past they had done that had been a coping mechanism, kind of this avoidant style of dealing with romance or their emotions in general. But some evolution has taken place where they've really learned some new skills. They've come to embody a new way of being and showing up in relationships, romantic or otherwise. And so with these tools, then you're both able to connect at a deep level and really build a solid foundation, build upon that spiritual connection, that friendship connection. And, then with that kind of, it acts as almost like the supporting beams underneath, and around the structure of this passion and this attraction and this loyalty that you have to each other. This is going to be someone who sees you as very exceptional, perhaps somebody that connects with them about spirituality, that they're able to talk about things with you they haven't been able to connect with or discuss with others in a physical sense in their life up to this point in time. So there's really going to be an interest in valuing, cherishing, protecting, and nurturing this connection. So I'm going to get some of these little zodiac tiles to get some more signs for you. Okay, so we have Sagittarius, so this could refer to the zodiac sign or the time of year, and Sagittarius season is November 21st through December 21st. We have Leo, which is July 21st through August 21st. Pisces, which is February 21st through March 21st. And we have Scorpio, October 21st through November 21st. And Cancer, which is June 21st until July 21st. So I'm going to get some attributes now, and there are physical qualities in here. There's some letters, zodiac signs, personality traits. There can be something to do with career, just a little bit of everything in here for group 2. Okay, so we have tech industry. So that kind of relates to that energy of maybe a lot of this communication between you both is online, perhaps even as a prelude to this romantic connection, or this person could work in the tech industry. Maybe you both work in the tech industry, and so you meet through work in that capacity. And we have the letter B. Angular face. So maybe a very pronounced jaw, or a nose even. Fastidious, so somebody who's very neat, organized, clean, takes care with their personal appearance and takes care with their belongings in their environment. And we have piercings. So this can be body piercings, pierced ears. Maybe you meet them in a piercing studio, or they work as a piercer. And we have social activist. So this could be another avenue in which you meet them when you're somehow involved in social activism, some kind of a cause. And again, it's not an arena where you're looking for love. This is just an interest that you have. And so this could be somebody as kind of a peer, a colleague in that sense. Maybe you meet them at some kind of a rally or a demonstration even. Somebody who's also very cognizant of what's going on socially in their community, in the world, and there can be a lot of discussions in that sense too, a lot of exchange of ideas. Somebody who really is on your level with kind of visions of the future and changes that can be made from both the personal level and then also at kind of a larger sort of community or global scale. And we have laugh. So this person could have a very heartwarming laugh. Perhaps they have a very loud laugh, or just something kind of quirky or peculiar about their laugh. I'm feeling also that in addition to, maybe some more serious topics that you're discussing, there's going to be a lot of lightheartedness to this. This person, based on their empathic abilities, really is going to be able to anticipate when you just need to do something fun. They'll seek to really, kind of bring you out of some denser energies, some heavier energies by bringing some laughter in. This could be somebody that, is kind of a jokester. They like to tell corny little jokes, or, they use humor to really kind of help to ease stressful situations. This is somebody who looks kind of on the bright side of things as well. There could also be some connection to comedy. Maybe this person is a comedian, or you guys go to comedy shows. And we have smile, so that fits in with this card of laugh in terms of just lightheartedness and something very distinct about their smile. That could be one of their best features, is that smile, kind of a smile that lights up their whole face and lights up a room. Smile that kind of melts your heart. And we have concert. So that could be in relation to like comedy shows you go to, or this could be a musical concert. Maybe you meet this person at a concert. They could be a musician, or even with the tech industry, maybe they do something like with sound systems at live events, at concerts, at shows. And so you could get to see a lot of these things, you know, kind of tagging along with them to work as they're doing this in the professional capacity. Or it's, again, an activity, something that you guys enjoy doing together. And we have ascension. So this definitely speaks to this next level love, kind of this soulmate connection, this higher level connection. And this also speaks to an ascension journey that is very parallel between the both of you, that you both have really gone through the ending of some cycles. You've really reprioritized your lives. You really have opened up more to the spiritual side of life, kind of explored the meaning of life, or your own particular life purpose. And also together, when you connect, both in terms of, you know, the energy exchange between you, but also I'm feeling the exchange of ideas between the both of you. This is somebody who really helps you to see things from a higher perspective. This can also be, you know, vice versa, where you really help to open this person's eyes to a new way of thinking, of looking at the world, of being in the world. And we have the letter A. And we have text, so more of that energy of kind of this communication without words, you know, just that tech industry and kind of online or texting communication. And we have farm, so this person could be into maybe organic farming. Maybe they do something with like farm technology, food production with that tech industry, something along those lines, sustainable farming, or, you know, something with social activism. They could be very passionate about addressing kind of like world hunger and poverty. This can also be something where, you know, this person, there's like a vegan or a vegetarian connection here. So this person grows their own food, or that's something that you two could do together. You could kind of buy some property and kind of live more of a rural lifestyle, kind of discontinuing the urban life, kind of, you know, eating mainstream foods or mass-produced foods, but instead kind of going for more of a clean living, more of a living off the land. And we have sports, so you could even meet this person through some kind of a sport that you two do together. Maybe you meet them at a sporting event, or that's something that you both enjoy doing together as a hobby, some particular sport, or watching sports. This can also indicate that this person is really into fitness and, you know, activity, action-based activity. And we have entrepreneurs, so they could be, they could have started a tech company as well with this, some kind of startup, or this person owns their own business. Maybe this is somebody who wants to start a nonprofit. We had that social activist and farm, which is pulling up kind of these ideas about like sustainable farming, for example. And we have gray hair. So it could be fully gray, or this person is starting to gray, maybe premature graying. And deja vu. So that kind of fits in with that past life energy that was coming up. A sense of having known each other before, maybe even similar dreams, literal dreams that you have in the night that, you know, you're able to really connect there. You know, and it's kind of a spooky confirmation for both of you, where you're having the same dream, and then that kind of opens up this line of discussion about what that means, what's the symbolism, what's the connectedness there, and just in some way that this relationship really helps to further your experience of your spiritual self and to open your eyes to more of the spiritual side of life. And we have October, so that can be a significant month, or it can refer to the zodiac signs of Libra and Scorpio, which fall in that month. And we have fashion. So this person could be very well dressed, very fashion conscious. This could be somebody, even with entrepreneur, maybe they are a fashion designer, or they have their own line or a boutique. This could be somebody also with fastidious, that is, very meticulous in their appearance, very well put together, able to coordinate outfits very well, that they look very, trendy, or there's something even very unique about their style. Maybe this person makes their own clothing, or, is somebody who prefers vintage or secondhand clothing, with that social activist card there. And, they're very, they're not somebody who's really into fast fashion, but more into kind of sustainable or kind of reused fashion. And we have blue eyes. Laid back. So somebody that's very easy to talk to, somebody who's very open-minded, and just kind of is able to explore a lot of ideas, a vision for the future that is not so much, I'm feeling not so much pessimistic, but a lot of hopefulness and optimism that change can happen. And somebody who just really flows also with the universe, trusts in divine timing, and that opportunities will present themselves when they're meant to. And it's somebody, again, with power of attraction, that's feeling very law of attraction, just this understanding that what is meant for you will come to you when it is meant to arrive. And this mindset of believing that it's yours and it shall manifest. So kind of this attitude of surrender and of trust that this person really embodies and demonstrates within their life. And we have straight hair. Museum. So this person could work in a museum, could like to go to a museum, spend time in a museum. This could be something, maybe you meet this person at a museum, or you both enjoy going to museums, maybe art museums, or even kind of historical artifacts. This could be somebody who's into different cultures, into different historical periods, somebody who even kind of works in almost like archaeology or some kind of field like that. Maybe that's something that they're interested in. They could write about these things, teach about these things. We also have wavy hair. Fitness. So that kind of ties in with that energy with the sports card. This could be somebody that is, very, takes very good care of their body, maintains the physical vessel through clean eating and activity. This could be something that you connect with. Maybe you meet this person at a fitness course, or it's something that you do together. They could teach some kind of fitness or yoga, like an instructor, either as a profession or just something that they do as a hobby. This could be somebody who is, again, just maybe into fitness in the sense of getting out and doing activities as well, hiking or, running, swimming, things of that nature that kind of are outside the bounds of like a gym or like a closed-in setting, but something that it's very action-oriented in terms of fitness. And we have nurse. So they could work in the healthcare industry. They could be a nurse, an EMT even, I'm feeling with that there. And I feel that this is also speaks to this this energy of being very protective of this connection, wanting to nurture this connection, and just make sure that the integrity of the connection is preserved. Somebody who really seeks to kind of work through and repair issues that come up, talking things through, and really is a very supportive partner in terms of you and of the relationship. So I'm going to get some initials now. This can be first, middle, or last name of you or this person, or it can spell something out. All right, so we have W, U, P, X, A, I, and F. So those are your messages, group 2. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the video. If you liked the reading, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer them through my Etsy shop, and there's a link in the description box of the video for that. I also sell handmade jewelry and some divination tools in my Etsy shop if you're interested in checking those out as well. So I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, group 3. You chose the Serpentine. So let's take a look at these cards that you chose along with the crystal to see what will your next relationship be like. And we have peace. Softly, softly, the tender touch. Community. The Emperor. King of Wands. Page of Swords. Queen of Swords. Five of Wands. And Temperance. So this feels like a very harmonious connection between the both of you. Somebody that really brings a lot of peace and balance into your life. Somebody that really shows up as a partner to you. Somebody who is able to give as much as they are receiving from this relationship. This feels like somebody who is going to be very mindful of your feelings, very tender and perhaps even soft-spoken in general, but they're going to express their love to you in perhaps some very sweet ways. This could be the type of person that, writes you a love poem, or they send you a love song just kind of at random times throughout your day. Somebody who's very sentimental, somebody who, in terms of gifts that they give you, will be very thought out, very well-meaning gifts. This is somebody who you could meet through friends. You could share a community in general, or this can even really talk about just this general sense of harmony and of bliss, of enjoyment between the both of you that you experience. This person really fits in well with your world, with your family, with your friends. The two of you are very well matched as a couple, and a lot of people that you know really approve of this relationship, really see you two as very compatible. This can be somebody who sees you from afar, kind of watches you before they make their move towards you. This can be somebody maybe you meet through a dating website, or they've taken notice of you somehow online, maybe through an online platform or some kind of a recommendation or a suggestion on a social media website for a friend or some kind of something to watch or to see. This can be somebody who, really is observant as well. Somebody who, is very also, I feel, observant of themselves, is very much in the energy of thinking before they speak. Somebody who seeks to be a force of peace in your life, seeks to bring you a lot of reassurance and comfort. And so this is somebody who's very mindful of their words, somebody who's very direct, who doesn't really mince words or leave a lot to the imagination, but what they say is very much what they mean. It's very thought out. This could be somebody who, again, with kind of this energy of being sort of maybe a little bit reserved or soft-spoken. Maybe this could even be somebody who's really shy, and so they're kind of watching. It takes them a while to really build up that courage to approach you, but when they do, it's no mistake that they're interested in you, and it's taken them all this courage to make that offer, to make themselves known. It doesn't leave a lot to the imagination or wondering. It's very direct, very directly asking you if you'd like to go out, very directly, when the time comes for it, letting you know that they have feelings for you, letting you know that they want to, have you as a boyfriend, as a girlfriend, or, that they see you in their future, they want to marry you, all of these things that, it's very direct. When they reach this point of having really observed, really thinking about things, planning that, working up that courage to, again, in maybe a very sentimental way, but a very direct way to communicate what they're speaking, that this is something that it's straight to the heart. It's also very heartwarming. A lot of these, expressions of love that this person has, it's very endearing. You could also find something very endearing about how shy they are. This could be somebody that there's a lot of mutual attraction about, but it takes them some time to really step forward and say something. And so there's this aspect of it being very, very endearing and very heartwarming. Maybe they're kind of stumbling over their words when they, or stuttering or just kind of blurting it all out. And you can tell that there's some nervousness there when they really make themselves known. And it's something where it just confirms what you were feeling the whole time, that this energy of both people kind of waiting for the other to make the move. This is a relationship that really brings some peace into your life, restores some balance as well, in terms of, maybe some difficulties in love in the past, and, just not really, if you've been dating, not really meeting anyone that you are clicking with, that you're compatible with. And, when this person makes that approach, makes themselves known, it's something that, it can really kind of blossom out of maybe that malaise, kind of being sort of over the dating scene and just not really finding what you're looking for, not being bitter and closed off, but just kind of disappointed, not really excited by anybody that you've been meeting or you've been talking to recently. But then then this person is just, they're a breath of fresh air in that sense. There's so much more to this person that meets the eye as well when they open up. It's like these whole new layers of sensitivity about this person that are kind of hiding beneath this reserved exterior that they are putting on. This can also be something with the Temperance card here. Maybe there's some connection to sobriety. So this could be somebody that you meet in that capacity. Maybe it's some kind of a function or a meeting related to that. Or it's somebody that just, this can also with this Temperance card really speak of this equal give and take in terms of emotions. So a very reciprocal relationship here that, you know, the tenderness and kind of the genuine nature of these gestures and the words that they say, it really helps to, you know, fill your heart with this like tenderness and this reassurance that, you know, you are loved. As much as this person might be very kind of direct and to the point about things, they make up for that with, you know, just these you know, like a love poem that they, you know, leave on your pillow one day. But they might be somebody who's, you know, not going to necessarily gush about that in terms of, you know, telling you in a million different ways with their words as you're talking face to face, all the ways that they love you. But they're going to express that in some other way, to where their emotional expression, it might be a little bit subtle, very personal, but very tender and well-meaning. There could be some conflict within yourself as far as giving this person a chance at first, again, because of this sort of reserved exterior, kind of this shell that they're almost in, that you're not really, you know, you feel that there's something there, but it may take some time to kind of, you know, get beyond that. And so it's kind of this energy of vacillating between, do I give this person a chance? Are they interested in me? It feels like there's something here, but they're not making these feelings known. But then whenever this person does, you know, really approach and kind of like reveal their heart, show their heart, it puts to rest any of those kind of that uncertainty, that it becomes very clear. It cuts through that kind of murkiness, that lack of clarity, and it makes it very abundantly clear just how much passion and love that they have for you. This can also be somebody who's very attractive, who finds you very attractive, and there's a lot of physical chemistry here, that once that exterior is kind of breached and they sort of opened up to this more vulnerable aspect of themselves, and then you get into a connection, into a relationship with them. There's a lot of physical chemistry, a lot of physical passion here. It can be something where, you know, through that expression, you're able to kind of experience just all of this love that this person has for you and this attraction that they have for you, that they may keep kind of reserved and within themselves and not be, you know, very open and demonstrative of during ordinary circumstances. But then in those very quiet and intimate moments between the both of you, where there's this tenderness and this just like hunger for you, that it becomes very clear that beneath that kind of placid exterior is just this fire for you, that they are ignited and excited to be with you, to be near you, and to be in your life. This can also be somebody with this Emperor card here who has achieved some kind of success in their life. This could be somebody that owns a business, owns a company, or is just very self-assured, knows themselves very well, is a certain way, and, you know, has really become comfortable with how they are. If there is this shyness about them, they don't see that as a disadvantage. They use that to their advantage. This is someone who really understands themselves, understands their strengths and weaknesses, and has learned to parlay that into creating opportunities for themselves, kind of building a life for themselves in conjunction with these things, not trying to make themselves fit into an environment or, you know, into a box that is it's an ill match for them, it's ill suited to them, but they've almost kind of made their world fit them. So if they are kind of quiet, introverted, maybe they have something where they started a company and they work from home, so they're not having to be around a lot of people, they're not having to really interact with a lot of people socially. So they've made their world mirror their strengths. They've made their world kind of fit into who they are as a person. Maybe this is something where, this also feels like somebody who's very intellectual. So they could be a writer of some sort. They could, publish or produce material of some sort where they're able to really have that expression that, through the written word that conveys meaning in a way that if they were face to face and, let's say, giving a lecture or a talk, this energy of maybe stumbling over their words or being kind of nervous. So they understand their strengths and have really, honed those, have really directed and focused those into an area where, the gifts that they have, the fruits of their, their intellectual abilities are able to be expressed and displayed and conveyed in a way that maybe some of the kind of the weaknesses in terms of speaking socially or some kind of social anxiety that they have, it's not really getting in the way of that. So this is definitely somebody, again, very self-aware, who has constructed and created a lot of success for themselves that fits in with their model, their worldview of what success and abundance is, and is also they very much take into account these aspects of themselves. And this is somebody who, really takes a while to get to know someone before they open up. But once they open up, it's like a whole different person inside. There's a lot of tenderness that exists behind and beneath this kind of reserved exterior. So in terms of signs, with the Emperor, we have Aries energy. With the Wands, that's fire, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. With the Swords, we have air energy, which is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And Temperance is Sagittarius energy. So I'm going to get some of these little zodiac tiles to get some more zodiac signs. So this can be times of the year even. Okay, so we have Gemini, and that is May 21st through June 21st. And we have Libra, which is September 21st through October 21st. Pisces, which is January 21st through February 21st through March 21st. Capricorn, which is December 21st through January 21st. And Aquarius, which is January 21st through February 21st. So I'm going to get some of these attributes. There are initials in here, zodiac signs, physical characteristics, personality traits, and things they do for a living, just a little bit of everything for group 3. Okay, so we have city. So this person could live in an urban area. Maybe they travel to your city for work and that's how you meet them, or you both live in the same city. And we have October, so a significant month, or this could relate to the zodiac signs of Libra and Scorpio. Have the letter K. The letter X. Mountains. So mountains could be significant in terms of maybe this person likes to go hiking, or they do mountain climbing, backpacking, even camping. This could be something where they really like to get out of the city and into this rural setting. They could live somewhere where there's a mountain range nearby. Could even be somebody that's a geologist or some kind of scientist. So maybe in terms of, with that energy of being kind of quiet and reserved, they have this career where they're spending a lot of time out in nature, doing studies or something in that regard, something to do with, the natural environment. So there's not this real need to kind of interact with other people a lot. They're able to just kind of be in their own environment, kind of be away from the hustle and bustle, and that's kind of the way that they've constructed their careers around that. And we have coach. So this person could be some kind of a life coach, a counselor. They could even coach some kind of a sports team, or you meet them maybe through something like that. Maybe you are some kind of a life coach. This person has, again, with that Page of Swords, maybe they've really discovered some things that you are teaching about, that you're coaching about, kind of this encouragement that you're doing, maybe some aspects of this person that they're trying to work through, some social anxiety even. Or just something about their personality that they're trying to kind of come to terms with. And this could be in relation to something that you do, something that you speak about, that you write about, that you're passionate about. And so that kind of mutual interest brings you both together. It creates this intersection where this person is really seeing you, learning from you, learning from your experience, the words you have to say. And they're really seeing you. They're seeing beyond even the message that's being delivered. And there's this aspect of being becoming very attracted to who you are as a person, from what they're able to decipher at least. And this almost like this, through the words that you say and the vibration that's put out, there's this sense of being drawn to you, of really then having to take the time to, maybe if you put out videos, for example, or podcasts, listening to a lot of these things, learning a lot from you, and getting to this point then where they come to having enough confidence to really reach out to, ask to get to know you more, or give you some kind of feedback as far as that your message has really touched them, it's really affected them, they really learned a lot from that, and that kind of gets this dynamic or this conversation started. That could be some of this Five of Wands energy as well, the hesitation, because maybe this is somebody who comes to your online platform and kind of reaches out, and you're not, you're kind of a little standoffish about that. It takes some time to really warm up and open up to the idea of, maybe getting to know this person a little more, getting to know them outside of the realm of whatever this kind of mutual ground is. And we have green eyes. February, so that could be a significant month, or this can relate to the zodiac signs of Aquarius and Pisces. And we have articulate. So that was coming up in terms of this very intelligent person. They might be better at the written word than, speaking. Verbal communication could be kind of difficult for this person. They could be kind of shy, introverted, but beneath that is just this wealth of intelligence and information that they're able to convey through typing or the written word, more so than through what they are speaking. And we have musician. So this person could also be some kind of a songwriter, some kind of a musician in that sense. They could, write music or write songs, or, this, they convey a lot of emotion, a lot of the things they aren't able to really say, that comes through in the vibration of the music that they're creating. Music can be kind of an escape for this person, a coping mechanism, a way, even sending songs can really be a way that this person communicates the things that they are not able to necessarily articulate within them. So there was that energy of, these almost like poems or even like love songs that they send you. So that could be very significant, where you're sharing music back and forth in that capacity. You could also go to a lot of concerts together. Maybe you meet this person at a concert. And we have retail. So they could own some kind of a shop, some kind of a store, maybe some kind of online business. Maybe this is something that you do, and that is how they first notice you. They first come to your awareness. They could work in retail as well, maybe even in kind of the maybe like a managerial capacity, or almost like a behind the scenes. Maybe this is something where they're an accountant even for some kind of retail or chain of retail locations. And we have earth signs, so Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Free-spirited. So this, I feel, is something that's really going to become apparent about this person beneath this kind of sort of shy or reserved exterior. Is just this whole other person exists in there, where they have these really, these deep ideas and a lot of passion and a lot of tenderness. When they let their guard down, they're very free with the way in which they let their love flow. They put a lot of thought into that expression as well, making sure that, that tenderness and that affection is conveyed in a variety of ways other than maybe what the words that they are directly speaking. And we have quiet. Yeah, so that energy was coming out throughout this whole reading. Somebody who's just kind of shy, reserved, quiet, a little bit introspective. And we have lake, so another reference to kind of the natural environment. So maybe this person's some kind of naturalist or a scientist, likes to spend time at a lake, maybe fishing, for example. And with that mountains, maybe they have some kind of a property with a lake and a mountains that they spend a lot of time at, a vacation spot. Maybe you two kind of get away from the city and away from the hustle and bustle and spend time, your quality time is spent at a lake, at the mountains, just out in nature. And we have salt and pepper hair, so they could be starting to go gray or just maybe even kind of graying at the sideburns, graying at the temples. And we have laugh. So something about this person's laugh is very unique. It might be kind of a quirky laugh or a very heartwarming laugh. This could be somebody that also, when they get nervous, they kind of laugh to kind of dispel that, or somebody that really uses humor to kind of break the ice. Somebody that, if they might be kind of shy or have some social anxiety, that they kind of, this goofier side to their personality comes out almost as, just this impulse to kind of counteract some of that nervousness that they might be experiencing on the inside. And we have jewelry. So this person could wear something significant, some significant piece of jewelry, or just like jewelry in general. This can indicate as well, with that kind of like tenderness and the tender expression, that, jewelry, they could give you some jewelry, something that's just very, very meaningful, very appropriate, and very well thought out, that, just it speaks volumes about the way that they feel, about how precious they feel that you are, that the relationship is, and to be able to kind of encompass that in a physical object. And this can also, with the reference to retail, maybe this is something where they sell jewelry, they have a jewelry store, they could be a jeweler, they could even be somebody that maybe mines gems and cuts gems and designs jewelry. They could do even maybe tutorials for that online, or sell that in some kind of an online forum. This could be a hobby, or this could be something that they do for a living. They could be a gemologist, or in some way, again, with kind of that energy of a scientist, work with like geology, for example. And we have childhood. So this could be somebody that you know from your past, somebody you grew up with, maybe a classmate, somebody you went to school with, went to college with, that just kind of was on the sidelines, didn't really, kind of in the friend zone, didn't really make those feelings known, or, is just kind of shy and closed off. And there was this confusion about, with the Five of Wands, like, do they feel something? It feels like there's something more here, but they're not saying anything. So this may have taken them some time, like years, to even get to this point of being able to express themselves to you, express what they feel to you. Maybe even life circumstances have kind of brought you both back into each other's existence. Maybe you meet when they're traveling for work, or you're traveling for work, or you happen to then live in the same city and you run into this person from childhood. And it's this this aspect of them having developed kind of an acceptance for who they are, some qualities and characteristics about themselves, learning how to kind of navigate in the world better, maybe with some shyness or some social anxiety. So when you last interacted with this person, maybe even just when you were younger, or some years before, they were kind of a little bit stifled or suffocated beneath that kind of anxiety or that uncertainty or that shyness, but they since have really learned to kind of blossom, to, come out of that shell a little bit. And so feelings that they may have been holding with that King of Wands in for a while, this desire, attraction, and passion, they're now at the point in their life and with some new skills, some new coping mechanisms that they have kind of picked up, and some other success that they've had that has maybe helped to build their self-esteem, that they're coming to you as a more confident version of self, and they're able to act, whereas before they may have just really been holding on and stuffing those feelings inside. And we have mentor, so that kind of fits in with this energy of coach that came up. So this person could mentor people. They could see you as a mentor in terms of some things that you are speaking about, some things that you have changed, that you have developed in your life, maybe some difficult circumstances that you've risen out of, with that kind of that lotus flower there on the peace card, that this person is really, through their own struggles, they're doing some research, they've come upon you, or even if it's someone from childhood that you're reconnecting with, you're running into again, and you're kind of sharing your story with them, you're exchanging, stories with each other, that, they're really admiring maybe some of the obstacles or adversities that you've faced in your life, and how you have kind of risen beyond that, how you've kind of come out of some very difficult circumstances, some disappointments, and it's something which it's really compelling them to you, to really look to you for some advice, to kind of try to emulate maybe even the mindset that you have, or some techniques that you've used, some things that have really helped you in terms of stepping more into your power. Maybe you're somebody who's also kind of reserved, introverted, shy, and so you've taken some steps to kind of move beyond that, and it's something that they're really looking to and really wanting to kind of apply that to their own life, to kind of overcome some of these hurdles or obstacles for themselves. And we also have reserved, so yeah, that fits in with the quiet and was coming out in this whole reading. Someone who's definitely very reserved. It's kind of a closed off appearance, but once you crack beneath that shell, there's so much tenderness and warmth there. And we have facial hair, so this person could have a beard, mustache, sideburns, any kind of combination of that, a goatee even. And we have country. So this can talk about like a rural setting. We had the lake and the mountains, so maybe getting out into the country, spending time in nature. This can also indicate that maybe you two live in different countries, or you've traveled around, and this could be something where that's a point that you connect on, is kind of where your journeys have taken you to different countries, or it's something, an activity that you both then do together, is kind of getting out there and seeing other cultures, sort of this energy of the fly on the wall, kind of observing the way that other people live. This can also be something in relation to, I'm feeling maybe an energy of almost like an anthropologist, where maybe this person, studies other cultures, other civilizations, present or historical. And we have casual, so they could be very casual in their manner of dress, just kind of wearing comfy clothes. And this could also start off as, this could be somebody that you've known as a friend, or it starts off as just kind of a casual interaction, maybe something where, you comment on each other's posts or videos. You start some kind of discussion via a mutual community, a community tab, community board, something like that. So it's a very just kind of limited interaction between the both of you that takes some time for this person to really open up and broach that subject of wanting to explore this and take things beyond that casual level. And we have the letter E, the letter O, movies. So this person could be a movie buff. You two could go to the movies a lot, spend a lot of time discussing films. And we have scientist, yeah, so that was coming up. Very science-minded person, very kind of logically minded person. They could definitely work in some kind of a science, maybe even be a science teacher or some kind of researcher, maybe even out in the field, out in nature. We have the letter W. Oh, and also with the Scientist card, that reinforces that King of Wands, that there's a lot of chemistry, physical attraction, and passion between you and this person, that once that kind of reserved exterior, once you kind of move beyond that, once they kind of let that guard down, that chemistry is between you is both just it's very strong and very apparent. It's very hard to mistake the attraction and the connection that they feel for you. And we also have frugal. So somebody that could be very, very big on saving, very conscientious of their expenses. They could live very simply, and that could be very it could contrast maybe this person with the Emperor, and that I think it was, where is it, with retail or even jewelry. You know, they could have a lot in savings, and that could be very it could contrast kind of the lifestyle that they live, where they're not really flaunting their wealth. They're not really, you know, maybe they've really saved up a lot. They've kind of lived below their means, and that has led to, you know, this ability to kind of have this long-term comfort for them, or it's somebody who really, you know, plans for the future. With that energy of frugal, that also speaks with this kind of this person's demeanor of being a little bit reserved, kind of holding back, really observing and taking time to build up that courage, or kind of bring down that barrier before they reveal this rich, you know, wealth of tenderness and compassion and emotion that is within them. That it's not something that it's just available to everyone. It's not a side of them that they show to everyone. It's something that they're very reserved in terms of the energy that they give to others. But once you get into this, you know, relationship and things develop between the both of you, this is somebody who feels to be very giving. This is somebody that will, you know, once that barrier is crossed, then they go from holding back to, you know, really nourishing, really giving emotionally and in other ways to this connection to you, to in a variety of manners, to make sure that you feel that you are seen, appreciated, and loved. So I'm going to get some initials now. This can be first, middle, or last name of you or this person, or it can spell something out. All right, so we have Q, H, S, B, L, O, I'm going to get a couple more here, R, A, and I. So those are your messages, group 3. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the video. If you liked the reading, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer them through my Etsy shop, and there's a link in the description box of the video for that. I also sell handmade jewelry and some divination tools in my Etsy shop if you're interested in checking those out as well. So I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.